I want to show you guys how to do ridge. I've seen this done a lot of ways. This is the way that I do it. I've also been on a lot of roofs where this is done improperly, and in my opinion, assuming the shingles are nailed and installed correctly, the ridge is almost always going to be the most susceptible to blow off. So I want to show you how I do it. And what we have here, this is for an Atlas shingle, weathered wood. This is the pre-cut hip and ridge with the Scotch guard. And these things are, you can see right here, they're pre-cut. So you just got to fold them like that a couple of times. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. And that's your ridge piece. So we're going to get a whole bunch of these cut. You can see I have them laid out. When it's sunny, you do not want to leave these sit in the sun. These things will stick together. I don't know if they put different tar or more tar on the ridge shingles. I believe personally that it's a little bit different kind of tar. This stuff is extremely sticky. If you leave these sit in the sun in a pile, they will all stick together and be junk. Now the next thing, you're going to have to measure your ridge. They're all a little bit different. It should be 12 inches. It's either going to be like 11.5 or 12 inches wide. So depending on your ridge, you're going to want to check. And you're going to want to go from your peak all the way across. And I measure, this is the back side of the roof. So if this chalk line shows, you can't see it from the front of the roof. But we have a line snapped all the way down 6 inches from the peak. And that's how we're going to start. The next thing is, you can see this way, we have a big open field here, and this is basically roughly south. But you want to lap your ridge shingles in a way that is going to go with the prevailing wind. You can look this way. We have a lot more trees. Now granted, they don't have leaves on them, but it's less likely that high wind is going to come from this way because this area is protected most of the year. So this is important. It's more important in some scenarios than others, but the way that you do this is going to affect how these perform. So as you can see, I'm going to start on this end and I'm going to work this way. So the wind is less likely to come this way and grab this. That's my opinion on this particular roof, so that's the way I'm going to do it. If you do this properly, you shouldn't have to worry about wind direction or anything like that. And if you're doing a hip, you have no choice. So to start this, to do this properly, I see this done improperly, and I'm guilty of doing it myself. But in order to properly start your first piece of ridge, these have tar lines on them. This first one does not have tar underneath it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece, you're going to cut it where it has tar, okay? We're going to start this right here, like this. That way this piece has something to seal to. Another thing that's going to be really important is your nail pressure. On most guns nowadays, you can adjust your nail pressure. On the Boss Stitch, you can adjust it right here. This is how you adjust your nail pressure. You do not want these nails popping through. And it's going to depend, it'll change just depending on how hot or cold it is and all that. So now you can see that this is going to seal down right here. So we're going to put our first piece on, we're following our line, and we're going to put a nail right on the tar line. Now see these nails? That's a perfect nail right there. You don't want it sticking out, and you don't want it blowing through. So this may change as these sit in the sun. This may change a little bit as we go, because these shingles are going to get warmer, and as we go, the nails might start blowing through. So we just need to be aware of that. And we're only going to do 2 nails in each one. Now, technically you're going to have 4 nails in each one. When you overlap this and put a nail here, it's going to go through this. So I see a lot of guys double nail these. There's no need for that with the right ridge. So we're going to follow our line, put one there, and imagine I'm going to put a nail right here. See, it's going to go through both layers. So we have 4 nails in each one, technically. Some people might disagree with that, and that's fine, I guess. But this is the way that I do it, and I never have problems. So we're just going to keep following our line so we stay nice and straight, and we're going to go all the way across the roof, just like this. Keeping in mind these nails. Look at this one. I may have hit something or something, but can you see how that's sticking up? That's going to prevent this next shingle from tarring down properly, and this is eventually going to rub through. So we're just going to want to watch for that as we go. I don't know, I might have hit an old nail or something. So I'm going to run all the way across. All right, we're at the point of finishing this off, and there's several ways to do this. So this shingle here, this last ridge cap here, is overhanging a bit, so I'm going to cut this back. Cutting it back flush with the roof. And then we're going to take this shingle, and we're going to cut it right on this tar line. And again, we want to save that, and we're going to put this tar line towards this edge. And we're going to nail it. Now, this is where you can do however you want. I'm going to show you two different ways. You have tar here, you have tar here. You can put this on, maybe squirt a little tar out of a tube underneath. Just regular roof cement here. What you can do, put a nice little bead of tar there, nice little bead of tar here. If it was hot, I would probably finish this way, but I'm not going to. I'm showing you for demonstration purposes. You can essentially smush this down like that and be done with it, just like that. Now, I don't recommend that as a professional. You can do this. I've seen a lot of people do it this way. I don't prefer to do it this way because I don't like callbacks, and sometimes on a roof, doing things the pretty way is not always the right way. So what I do is I have it tarred and I put nails in it. That's how I do it. And then I will tar these